All right, guys, this is from St. Vincent. Check out the background behind me. It's Friday. Got a beautiful view of downtown LA. So nice weather, doing great. So today, I was walking around downstairs and I noticed we have a lot of unique watches, not always Rolexes. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna bring them up here. I'm gonna show you what we have. See, like I said, you can see that we're like a one-stop shop. We have all different kinds of things. But before we do all that, I want to tell you guys about the Labubu video. Take a look at that video. It's the world's most expensive Labubu. And then I also want to let you know about the giveaway we're doing for watches when we get to 50,000. So we'll put the link below for that one too. And the last thing is we do have a personal shopper program. So if there is anything I show you today, if you're interested in anything, jewelry, anything related, watches, buying gold, selling gold, anything, you guys can reach out to us. We can do a personal shopper for you. We'll talk to you. All the information will be below. You guys can read about it and figure out if that's something that you want us to do for you. Because there are people that live places that there isn't necessarily a watch store or a jewelry center somewhere close. So we can take care of that for you. So now let's get back to our video, which is about watches. All right, we're gonna start with our first watch, which is a Rolex. Now this is not your typical Rolex. This is a little bit old school. This is from the late 50s, early 60s. It's famous because Sean Connery, who's 007, James Bond, wore this in the movies. So that's kind of what it's known for. It's interesting because it does have the glass. It's kind of domed. You can see right here, which is not your regular way of doing it. It's got no crown guards and it's very small, and small probably for today's standards, but back then this was probably just a very normal sized watch. So this is also known as the small crown Submariner. Obviously it's stainless steel. It's got a black dial. The indicators for what the time is, those glow in the dark. So it's like white like that. Being that it's almost a 60-year-old watch, over 60 years old, it's a beautiful piece. I do like it. Like I said, I like Rolexes. The dome part is really cool. It's going to be definitely a conversational piece for if you wear something like this. So this is $25,000. It's a little expensive for a stainless steel Rolex, but it's definitely going to be a collectible, so it's definitely worth the money. So next we have the Cartier Pasha. And the reason why it's called Pasha is because somebody named Pasha from Marrakesh actually told Cartier to build this for him. It was supposed to be one of one, but then obviously different variations of this eventually showed up on the market. It was in the late 1930s when the original one was commissioned. So this person had a very active lifestyle. So this is one of the first Cartier watches that's actually water resistant, which is the first time they've done that. It also has the crown guard here. And the interesting part is you unscrew the crown guard, and in order not to lose it, it has a chain and it just hangs right here. And the reason why they did the crown guard obviously is Cartier is known for having some sort of design in the tip here. And this also has the same thing. You can see it here. It's blue. And then this particular one, they added some diamonds to it. And then there's this cover for the crystal. And usually they put this on there because if you're playing polo or any kind of sport where you're wearing a watch and you don't want the watch to get damaged or get hit by a ball or something else, that kind of covers that area so that it's safe. So there's been a lot of different variations of this watch, and it's very popular, Cartier watch. My opinion, look, it's a stainless steel watch. It's pretty cool. Again, another conversational piece, and you guys know how I feel about watches that are conversational pieces. If you wear this watch, someone's definitely going to start asking questions about, oh, what's this cover guard? What's this thing covering the crystal? I think it's pretty cool. And the price for this is $4,500. So next we have this Franck Muller Kiscador. Now, some of you guys may not recognize even the name, but let's say 25 years ago, Yeezy, Ronaldo, a lot of people were wearing this watch, so it was very, very famous. The most interesting visual part of this watch are the big numbers. If you look at it, the numbers are huge. But the story of Franck Muller is probably more interesting than the watch itself. In the early 2000s, they started suing dealers in the secondhand market. And they thought that by doing that, it would make their watches more valuable. But it had actually the opposite effect. So these dealers were scared to buy and sell these watches. So what does that do in turn? It drives the price down for these watches. That's exactly what happened with Franck Muller. Now, the secondary market for watches is very, very important. Why is it important? Because you can't just walk into a Rolex store or walk into a store and say, I want to buy this watch. You need to sometimes buy these watches in the secondary market. So these dealers that are selling these types of watches, they're very important for this industry. Now, it's slowly making a comeback, slowly, but it's a great brand and it's a great watch. So hopefully things turn for them and they start doing better. The watch itself, I love the square look, as I've mentioned before. I would wear this watch in a heartbeat. So this watch is $3,000. Again, I think it's a great price for the watch. It's super heavy. I may have to think about buying this watch for myself. All right, so next is the Ulysse Nardin Marine. They've been making watches since the 19th century. So it's blue, so it's a lot about oceans and nautical, but also it's nice enough that you could wear it to a formal occasion. Again, it's not a brand everyone's heard of, but it's very popular in the watch community, especially across the ocean on the other side. Back here on the back of it, there's a lot of information. I think it says gold medal, so I'm assuming when they won it. It's got dates and places where they won medals. So this is a stainless steel watch. It's got the leather strap. It's a really nice timepiece. It's got a secondary dial here. It's interesting, a smaller one that goes for 60 seconds. It's also got a number on the side here. I'm not sure what that's about. So I'm not into like ocean or water and things like that, so it's not my cup of tea. Get it? Cup of tea? But it's definitely a beautiful timepiece. So if you're into it, it's a beautiful watch, and this is going for $3,500. So the next watch is the Corum. Now, that name might sound familiar, especially the ones that seen our videos before. Mr. Sorrow downstairs at Sierra. So his is very unique compared to this one. So this is the Admiral's Cup watch. This was named after a race from the 1960s. I'm assuming, again, somewhere on the other side of the world. They made this watch for that particular race. The really interesting part about this watch, when you look at it visually, is where you see the time. It's all different flags of different, again, it's for yachting purposes, so it's got flags on it. It's pretty cool. It's titanium and gold, and it's a heavy-duty watch, and it's a huge, I think it's like 50, I don't know, maybe like 51 millimeter size. I mean, it's a big watch. And you know how AP has a kind of a square shape? So this has 12 sides to it. I'm sure there's a technical word for that, but I wasn't paying attention in class during geometry, so I don't know what it is. It's water resistant up to 300 meters. You know, I would wear this watch. I really like it. Again, it's a little big for my taste. I couldn't wear it every day, but I think it's a pretty, again, a conversational piece. I like the band the way it is. It's got the crown guards too, and this is going for $4,500. Usually these are less expensive if they're stainless steel, but because it's titanium and gold, that's why the price is a little bit higher, but definitely worth it. So next is the Piaget. That's a very famous brand. This is called the Polo. It's 18 karat gold, and this was inspired and started in 1979 because of the polo in Miami. So this is making a big comeback where the case is integrated with the band, as you can see. Back in the day, really famous people were wearing these, like Andy Warhol, Brooke Shields, and most recently, Michael Jordan was wearing this. This is unisex. It can be worn by a man or a woman. The dial is small, but this is making a huge comeback, this style of watches. So they made a few different variations of this where it's different size, different shapes. It may have some stones in it, but it's 18 karat. It's a very heavy watch. So as far as myself, the dial is a little too small for me. I probably wouldn't wear this. My wrists aren't huge, but they're not tiny either. So not something I would wear. A bigger one of this, I would definitely be interested in. So this thing is pretty heavy, pretty solid because it is 18 karat gold. So if you buy this now and gold prices go up, which I think everyone knows it's gonna do that, you're definitely making money on your money because the value of this is gonna go up because of the gold that's in it. So this particular model is $10,500. All right, guys, as a bonus, take a look at this. I call it the JLC because the real name, which is in French, I cannot pronounce. So this is an 18 karat watch, and you've seen something similar to this in previous videos with a leather band. So you might say, well, what's the big deal about this watch? It's like a regular watch. It's not. This is actually called the Reverso. And you might say, well, Reverso, why is it called that? Well, I'll show you. You take it and it flips. And this particular one, when you flip it, there's no watch. So it becomes a bracelet almost. The only way you know it's a watch is you can see the crown right here. It's a pretty cool watch. Again, another conversational piece. Again, 18 karat gold. So if you buy this and gold goes up as it's supposed to, then you're actually increasing the value of this watch. And they're selling this one for $10,500. I remember back in the day when I was going to school, I was always like very fidgety, right? Playing with things, pencil, something in my hand. So if you're an adult, obviously a kid's not gonna wear this, but you're an adult and you're kind of fidgety and you have to play with something, this is perfect because you can just keep flipping this way and then flipping it back forth. It's better than playing with other things. It's better to play with your watch than to play with other things, especially when you're sitting in a meeting. Okay, so if you guys are interested in any of these watches, DM us, we'll put the information below and we can hook you up with any of these. So let us know. So this is a really good example of like showing you guys what we have available at St. Vincent. And so if you're interested and you want to do the personal shopper program, we could put something like this together. Or if you're interested in jewelry or rings, it would be the same concept where we would put something together and present it to you for you to be able to decide which one you want. The holidays are coming up. I know it's September and I'm sitting outside and it's great weather, but the holidays are coming up. We have some great things planned at St. Vincent. We're gonna have our tree up. We're gonna have a visit from Old St. Nick. He's gonna be visiting us from the North Pole. Again, like I said, it's early, but we're getting ready for it. In order to support us so we can continue making these videos, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and then share. Again, the sharing part is the most important part because we can't grow as a company and we can't continue making these videos unless you guys support us. It's very, very important. So don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Check out the videos that we have. Go do like a binge. Just watch our videos all day. It's great videos. And we'll continue making great videos for you. So see you next time.